Hello student, myself Professor Rushali Thapde from ICEEM Engineering College. Today we will discuss about what is a binary search. Before that, in just 5 minutes we will revise the last topic. In last lecture we have seen the different searching techniques. That is, we have seen what is the searching, what are the classification of searching, like a internal searching method, external searching method. Then we see the first type of searching, that is a linear search. We discuss about what is a linear search. Then we discuss the algorithm of the linear search. Then we solve two examples. We see the method how to solve the example with the help of linear search. Then we have discussed about the time complexity that is required for the linear search, that is a best case, worst case and average case. Then we discuss about the advantages as well as the disadvantages of the linear search. In this video we will see the binary search. Now binary search is suitable for the large amount of data. That means when we are using the linear search is not suitable for the large amount of data. Why it is not suitable for the large amount of data? Because if the element you are searching for, if it is present at the last location or in the last portion of the data list, which is very big, in that case the time complexity required by your searching process, linear searching process, is nothing but a worst time complexity it requires, because it required that many number of comparisons for searching the given atom, because it searched the given element in a linear fashion by comparing element with each and every element of your given list, that is a sequentially, it compare the elements sequentially. So it required more times for searching the data if it is present at the last portion of your data list. So if it is happen, it required more times, and if your data list is more, then the another techniques which you can use for searching the given element with a which is more efficient than the linear search, that is nothing but a binary search. Now, what is a binary search? Binary search is an efficient searching algorithm if array is sorted in an increasing or decreasing order, or you can say in an alphabetical order. That means binary search is used for searching the element from the largest data. Okay, now for binary search has two requirements. What are these two requirements? The first requirement, binary search required the data is to be sorted either in ascending or descending order or in a alphabetical order. The first requirement, if the data is not sorted in order, then it is difficult to carry out the binary search on the given data. It is not possible, we can say. The very first requirement of your binary search is that it needs the data to be sorted order, either in a numerical order or in a alphabetical order, right? And the second requirement of your binary search is that data must be organized in a linear way. That means it required data in a linear fashion, one after another. On non-linear data, binary search technique does not work. It requires data which is stored in a memory in a linear fashion, that is one after another in a sequential format. Okay, so what is a binary search? It is a searching process which gives you the location of the given element in the given list. And what are the two requirements for the binary search? The first requirement of the binary search, that means the data needed to be in a sorted order, either in a numerical order or in a alphabetical order. And the second requirement of the binary search is that data must be organized in a linear fashion. If these two requirements are satisfied by the data list, then it is possible to carry out binary search on the given data. But if one of the requirement is not satisfied, that means if your data is sorted but they are not in a linear fashion, then you cannot carry out the binary search task on that data. Or if your data in a linear fashion but it is not sorted, then you need to first sort that data and then carry out the binary search. So these are the two basic requirements for the binary search. Now how this search process will work? Okay, so in this searching method, what the binary search do, it first divide the whole array into a two halves. Okay, it divide the whole array into the two array with the help of formula. By calculating the mid with the help of formula, mid is equals to beginning plus end divided by 2. Now here, what is the beginning and what is the end? Beginning is nothing but the first element position of your array, and end is nothing but the last position of your array, index number. Okay, so beginning is nothing but the first index of your array, and end position is nothing but the last position of your array. So it divide the array into the two array by calculating the midpoint of array with the help of formula. Mid is equals to beginning plus end divided by 2. Okay, and here we are, whatever the value we get, sometime it may be possible with the help of this formula you get floating point value like a 3.5. So we have to take only the integer part. Okay, so you need to take integer of beginning plus end divided by 2. Now after calculating this mid value, once you have divided the array into the two two halves, that means you have calculated the mid value, you need to compare the given element with that mid value. Okay, whatever the mid position you get of that array, you compare that mid value of your array with the given data item and check whether the data of mid is equals to your atom. If that both the value matches, then you can say your search is successful. But if mid value is not equals to your atom value, then you have to carry out the next task. That is nothing but you have to check whether your atom value is less than data of mid or whether it is greater than data of mid. That means you have to check whether your atom or whatever the element you want to search, that is smaller than the mid value or whether it is greater than the mid value. Why it is so? If because if your atom value is smaller than your mid, then it is available in the lower portion of your array, right? If your array is arranged in a ascending order, that, and if your atom value is smaller than the mid value, that means your atom is present in the first array. Your array is divided into two parts, 1 and 2, right? So your array is your atom is present in the lower part, or you can say in the first array, first part of array. Okay, here we are saying if atom is less than data of mid, then atom appears in the lower half of the array. Now our atom is present in the lower half, which is smaller than the mid, because data in a sorted order. So obviously if atom is smaller than the mid, that means it is present in the lower half of the array. Okay, so we need to change end position. What we need to change? End position. So how we change the end position? Before doing this, in the first step, what we have done, we said beginning is equals to 0 and end is equals to last position of our array, that is our whole array. Then we divide that array in two parts by calculating the mid. Okay, after that, if our atom is not equals to mid, then we check whether atom is smaller than mid. Yes, if atom is smaller than mid, then we need to change our end position. Then how to change end position? With the help of formula, end is equals to mid minus 1. What we have to set? End is equals to mid minus 1. So when you change the end position, again you get the whole array beginning to end. Again you get the whole array. So again you need to divide that array into the two parts. Again compare your value with the mid value and check whether whatever the element you want to search is, that is present at that mid value or not. In this way the binary search works. That means what I want to say, in the binary search, it always compare your element with the mid value. Whatever the mid value you have calculated, it does not compare your elements with each and every element of array like a linear search. What happen in a linear search? You are comparing the given element with each and every elements of array, right? But in the binary search, you are not comparing that element with each and every element of array. Instead of that, you are just comparing your element with the mid value of the array. Once you have calculated mid value, you compare that element with that mid value. If match is found, you can say search is successful. If match is not found, what you have to do, you have to check whether atom is smaller than mid or whether it is greater than mid. If it is smaller than mid, then you need to change the end position. Again your whole array is from beginning to end. Again you need to divide it into the two parts by calculating the mid. Why we need to calculate again a mid? Because element is compared only with the mid. That's why we need to divide the array in a two parts, because binary search, what it does, it first divide the array in a two parts and then compare the element with the mid value. So when we change the end position, at that time we get the whole array. So we need to divide that array again in a two array with the help of mid formula. So again we need to calculate the mid value. Understood? Now if my atom is not smaller than mid, my atom is greater than mid, in that case what I have to do? If my atom is greater than mid, that means obviously my atom is present in the upper portion of the array, right, in the second part of the array. This is the case for the ascending order data. Whatever I am talking, that is for the ascending order of the data. If your data is arranged in the descending order, the case is get changed. If your data is smaller, atom is smaller than the mid, then it may be present in the lower upper half. Okay, so based on the how your data is get organized, ascending or descending, based on that you have to set the condition. Okay, if condition. Here whatever the conditions I have showed, that is for the ascending order data. If atom is greater than data of mid, then atom is appear in the upper half. So we need to change now beginning position. Okay, so how to change the beginning? For change to change the beginning value, what we have to set? Beginning is equals to mid plus 1. How we change? We now shift beginning from first position to the next element of a mid. Okay, so we change beginning is equals to mid plus 1. After setting beginning is equals to mid plus 1, again we get the whole array from beginning to end. So we need to divide that array into two parts by calculating the value of mid and then compare our element with that mid value, whether the value is present at the mid position or not. In this way we have to divide the array into the two parts. Now how many times we have to divide the array, or this process will continue up till how? Okay, right. So this procedure is continued, that is dividing the array and then comparing with a mid. This process is continued till beginning and end both are at the same position. Understood? While beginning should be less than equals to the end, till that you need to divide the array and compare with the mid position. This process will go on. This is the algorithm for the binary search. For this we required array elements, array containing the elements, then number which you want to search, beginning, end, beginning position, end position, and mid variable for calculating the mid. Now here we are setting beginning equals to 0, that is the 0th position of array, and end is equals to n. That is the last position of your array. Then we calculate mid with the help of formula beginning plus end divided by 2. Now here we are saying step 4 to 6 are repeated while beginning is smaller than or equals to end. Here symbol is wrong. Here beginning is smaller than or equals to end. Okay, so please note it down. While beginning is smaller than or equals to end, here I have shown greater than, by mistake it is done. You have to change it while beginning is smaller than or equals to end. Now when you are going inside the loop, what we have to do? You check whether your A of mid is equals to atom. That means mid is equals to atom. If mid is equals to atom, you can say atom is found. Else if A of mid not equals to atom, then check whether your atom is less than A of mid. If your atom is less than A of mid, then it is in a lower position, so you need to change the end position, right? If your atom is not less than A of mid, that means it is greater than mid, then you need to change the beginning position. And again divide your array, whatever the array newly get arrayed, into the two parts with the help of mid formula. Okay, and after doing this process, you can say whether atom is found or atom is not found. Here we will take one example to see how to solve the given example with the help of binary search. Now consider the given array which consists of 8 elements. Okay, total number of elements in the given array are 8. So what they are saying, find the number of comparison necessary to locate position of element 96 in the given array using binary search technique. We have to find at which position number 96 is present in our array. Okay, so atom we have to consider here. Atom is nothing but a element which you want to search. Beginning is nothing but a lower bound of your array. End is nothing but a upper bound of your array, and mid which is nothing but a value which we calculate after using the formula beginning plus end divided by 2. Now we will see how to calculate how to solve the problem with the help of binary search. Now initially we have 8 elements. Now we have started with 0, so our last element is at the 7th position, right? So total we have 8 elements in our array. So we said beginning is equals to 0 and end is equals to 7, that is n minus 1, because we have started with 0. If you are started with a 1, then you can say end is equals to n, that is 8, right? But here we have started with the beginning is equals to 0, so our last element is at the position 7, so end is equals to 7. Now what is the value of our atom which we want to search? That is nothing but a 96. So now for binary search, what it does, it first divide your array into the two parts. So by using the formula mid is equals to beginning plus end divided by 2. Now here again we have to calculate the mid value with the same formula. Now beginning is equals to 0 and end is equals to 7. So 0 plus 7 is nothing but a 7. 7 divided by 2, that we get 3.5. Now we have to take the integer part only. So we take mid is equals to 3. So value of mid is now 3. Okay, so mid is pointing to this position 3. Okay, so value at this mid position, a of mid, that means a of 3 is equals to 64. What is the value at the a of mid? That is the 64. Here 3 is nothing but a position of your mid, where what is the index number of your array, that position. Okay, so value at the a of mid means a of 3 is nothing but a 64. Check whether that 64 is equals to our atom. Atom is equals to 96. So we have to check whether 64 is equals to 96. No, 64 is not equals to 96. That means our element is not present at the mid position. So next step we have to carry. So what we have to do? We have to check whether this 96 is greater than our mid value, that is a 64, or whether it is smaller than the mid value, that is a 64. Now here our 96 is greater than the 64. Okay, now 96 is greater than 64, that means obviously it is present in the upper portion of the array. Okay, if value atom is greater than the mid, that means the value is present in the upper portion of the array. This is the lower portion of the array. After calculating mid, this is the lower portion and this is the upper portion. Now atom is greater than mid, that is 96 is greater than 64, so our value is present in the upper portion of the array. So what we have to do now, if the value is present in the upper portion, we need to change our beginning from 0 to mid plus 1. If atom is greater than a of mid, we need to change beginning is equals to mid plus 1. Okay, so what is the value of mid? Value of mid is 3. So we have to change beginning. 3 plus 1 is equals to 4. So now beginning is now pointing to the 4th index number of our array. Understood? So beginning is get changed, end is remain as it is. End is equals to 7, but beginning is get changed because our element is present in the upper portion of the array. Okay, now we get the whole array. Again we get the whole array. So what the binary search does, it again divide this whole array into the two parts by calculating the mid with the help of formula beginning plus end divided by 2. So here beginning value is 4, end is 7. So 4 plus 7 divided by 2. 4 plus 7 is nothing but 11. So we get 5.5 and total integer value we get, that is a 5. So now mid is pointing to the 5th index of your array. So what is the value of at the 5th index? That is a of mid, that is a of 5, which is equals to 106. What is the value at the 5th index? 106. So again we have to check whether 106 is equals to our atom. That is a of 5, whether it is equals to our atom. So 106 is not equals to 96. right? 106 is not equals to 96. That means again 96 is not present at the middle position. So what we have to do, again we have to carry out the next step. We have to check whether our atom is smaller than the mid or greater than the mid. In this case now, our atom, that is a 96, is smaller than A of mid, that is a 106. It is smaller than the A of mid. So our atom is smaller, that's why it is present in the lower portion of the array. This is your whole array. Now you are calculating the mid position, right? So your array is divided into the two parts, lower parts and upper parts. Lower parts contain only one element, upper part contains two elements, right? So atom is smaller than the A of mid, so our atom is present in the lower portion of the array. So what we need to do here, if atom is present in the lower portion, we need to change the mid end position. What we need to change? End position. So how to change end position? By with the help of formula mid minus 1. Now what is the value of mid? Mid is equals to 5. So end is equals to 5 minus 1, which is equals to 4. Beginning as it is. Beginning changed. Beginning is not changed, but end is get changed. So now beginning, in the last step, our beginning is nothing but a 4, and by calculating the end, our end is again 4. So beginning is equals to 4 and end is equals to 4. Now look at here. This process is continued. This is the last step. Why last step? Because beginning and end both are pointing to the same position. Now here, if the element is found, we can say element is found, but if element is not found, then we say that element is not found. We are not going to further next step, because beginning and end both are pointing to the same position, and this process continue till which process? Searching process is continued till the beginning and end both are pointing to the same position. Now beginning and end both are set to the location number 4. Okay, again we need to that means in our array we have only one elements, but binary search work by dividing the array. So what we have to do? We have to calculate the mid position by calculating beginning plus end divided by 2, that is 4 plus 4 divided by 2, 8 divided by 2, that is 4. So mid is pointing to the at the fourth index. Mid is pointing to the fourth index. So we have to check whether A of mid is equals to atom, that means 96. A of mid has a value 96. So 96 is equal to atom 96. Yes, 96 is equals to 96. Hence the atom found at location 4. And how many comparisons you required? Number of steps you carry out, that many comparisons you required. So number of comparisons required is equals to 3. I hope you will understood this. First, what we have done, we have firstly divide our whole array into the two parts, and then compare it with the mid value, whether it is matches to the mid. If it does not matches to the mid, we check whether it is available in the lower portion or in the upper portion. If it is available in the lower portion, we change the end position and again divide the array in two parts. If it is available in the upper portion, we change the beginning position and divide the array into the two parts and compare our element with the mid value. Again remember, in binary search your element is compared only with the mid value. Okay, in this way the binary search works. This is a program, how to write a program for the binary search, same as a linear search. What you have to do, this is the process I have written here, in where we have to take the array elements, as well as here I am taking the array elements, and here I am taking the elements which is to be searched from the user. Now we are setting beginning is equals to 0, so end is equals to n minus 1, because our array started with a 0, so end position is n minus 1. Then we calculate the mid with the help of formula. Then we started with the loop while we continue the binary search process while beginning should be less than equals to end. Then we check whether array is equals to, array of mid is equals to atom. If it is equals to atom, we say flag equals to 1. Initially we set the flag 0. If we found the match, we set flag equals to 1 and break the loop. That means if the match is found, it will break the loop and goes outside the loop in at the if statement, right? If the element is not present at the mid position, then we check whether the atom is smaller than A of mid. If it is smaller than A of mid, then we change the ending position. but if it is not smaller than a of mid, then we change the beginning position, and then again we divide the sub problem into the again next sub array. Okay, so in this way this process is continued till the beginning less than equals to end. After that it will check whether flag equals to 1. If flag equals to 1, then it says that item is found. If it is not equals to 1, then it will print item is not found. Okay, so in this way you can write the program for the binary search with the help of algorithm of the binary search. The same logic of the algorithm you have to just take out and write down inside the program. Only the part you need to add into that, that is accept the array elements and the element which you want to search. Okay, so in this way you can write the program for binary search. Now what are the advantages of binary search? Binary search technique is suitable for the large amount of data because it required less time. It does not compare your element with each and every element of array. It only compare your element with a mid value, and you require the data in a sorted order, so maximum amount of time is saved while searching process. It does not require any additional data structure. It works on whatever the data structure you have given. It is more efficient than the linear search. These are the advantages of the binary search. The disadvantage of binary search is nothing but is that its requirement, that it required data to be in a particular order. If your data is not arranged in a particular order, either numerical or in a alphabetical order, then this search not work properly. First you need to sort that data in a particular order, and then only you can carry out the binary search technique. Now next is about what is the difference between linear search and binary search. Obviously in the linear search, how it will do the searching process by comparing each and every element with each and every with a given element, right? So in this way the linear search work, but in the binary search the given element is not compared with each and every element. Instead of that element is compared only with the mid value of your array, right? In the linear search array is not divided, but in binary search array is divided according to the value of mid. In a linear search technique works on both the type of data, that is sorted as well as unsorted data, but binary search works only on a sorted data. Linear search takes more time because it compares element with each and every element, but binary search requires less time as compared to the linear search. Linear search is inefficient for the large amount of data, whereas binary search is efficient technique for the large amount of data when you want to carry out the searching technique for the binary search. This is the basic difference between the linear search. You have to remember first what is the definition part, then in linear search array is not divided, in the binary search array divided based on the midpoint. Linear search, it does not require data in a sorted order. Binary search require data in a sorted order. Linear search take more time, binary search take less time. Then linear search does not work properly for the large amount of data because of the time complexity. Binary search is an efficient technique which works on a large amount of data. I hope you will understood about the binary search. What is a binary search? What are the requirements of the binary search? Then algorithm of the binary search. Then we take the example. We have discussed about how to solve the given example with the help of binary search. Always remember, if atom is smaller than mid, then you need to change the end position for the ascending order. And if your atom is greater than mid, then you need to change the beginning position. Only these two things you have to remember, and then with the help of algorithm we seen that how to write the program for the binary search. Okay, but then we have discussed about the different advantages as well as disadvantage of the binary search. Now what is the time complexity? One thing is remaining, the time complexity for the binary search. How much time it requires? It required logarithmic time. Okay, why the logarithmic time? Because based on how many times your arrays get divided, based on that the time complexity of the binary search is given. Okay, and for the best case it required O of 1. Why 1? Because first time you are dividing your array, and at that first time your value, atom value is matched with the mid value at the first time only. So the best case is O of 1, and for the average and worst case it is nothing but a log of n, logarithmic time, based on number of time your arrays get divided. Okay, I hope you will understood the time complexity as well as the binary search very well. Thank you.